Well, our next guest is one of Hollywood's most famous faces. Pierce Brosnan has starred in some of Hollywood's biggest films, including 4 movies as James Bond. Now, the Irish-born actor is taking on another famous role as the King in a new musical version of Cinderella.
The star-studded film is going straight to streaming, so you can watch it from the comfort of your home without having to wait for the cinema premieres. And Weekend Sunrise movie man Jabba Davis caught up with Pierce Brosnan.
It's a classic story reimagined for a modern-day audience, starring pop superstar Camila Cabello as Cinderella.
Cinderella, you don't need to go to the ball.
Please, stepmother, I spent weeks making this dress. My future depends on it.
Also starring in the film is legendary actor Pierce Brosnan as the King.
To make sure your nuptials are done properly, we shall hold a ball. You shall find a bride.
Mr. Pierce Brosnan, welcome to the show. It's great to see you, but gee, I wish we could have you here in Australia.
Oh, Jason, thanks a million, mate. Well, best to everyone in Australia. I hope you're all keeping well, or as well as can be in these turbulent times.
How do you go about playing a king? There's not a lot of them around.
King Rowan was just really well founded by Kay Cannon. Kay Cannon, who wrote and directed this movie, really embroidered a beautiful story which is relevant and empowering to young women. And Camila has such a strong presence as Cinderella.
I don't want a life stuck waving from a royal box any more than a life confined to a basement.
The film was a reunion for Pierce and his co-star Minnie Driver, who plays the Queen.
She and I are old pals. We go way back. She was the very first day of shooting GoldenEye, James Bond. Minnie was there singing Stand By Your Man in Russian. So we've known each other a good number of years. This is our 3rd movie together.
Pierce has been on our screens for decades, showing plenty of versatility over his career, from the iconic James Bond to the smash hit musical Mamma Mia.
What's the biggest role that you've ever wrestled with, and have you ever regretted saying yes or no to a role?
Oh, I've wrestled with them all. I mean, I've said yes to them all, and then I wrestle with them. Just because it's just that it's the nature of the beast.
Pierce's next project is a bit more personal, as he delves into his past, revealing he never knew his father.
I'm in the middle of writing the memoirs, so it's interesting going down that road and figuring out who you were back then. I met my old man once, Tom Brosnan. It was just brief in Ireland. I was shooting Remington Steel, and there was a knock on the door, and he was the other side of the door. And we sat and had a cup of tea, and then went downstairs to the pub and had a couple of pints, and then he went. Never saw him again.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Right now, you can see Pierce in Cinderella streaming on Amazon Prime.
It's a welcome gift to Australians in lockdown. They can watch it on a streaming service, and it's great to have an Australian background to your to our Zoom chat.
This is Warren Caroon. Warren, one of these days we'll meet. I bought this in Sydney 25 years ago when I was doing the publicity for GoldenEye, and I'm a huge fan of Aboriginal work and Dreamtime. Hence, I have an Irish company called Irish Dreamtime. But this is one of this piece is 25 years old or more. And now we've met through this, because this has been my backdrop for the last 17 months when I do Zooms, because I'm at the kitchen table. So there you go. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Haroon.